Firefighters at the North Lyon County Fire Protection District are the first responders to local incidents, which include fire, traffic accidents, and brush fires, and in recent years, the flood in the early morning hours of January 2008. They spend many hours of training to remain in top shape in order to keep our community safe. Firefighters carry an extra 75 pounds of gear when working an incident. Overheating, exhaustion, and dehydration can be more devastating to a firefighter than the fire itself. A newly added silent helper to those brave men and women out in the field is a new specialized recovery team to maintain health and safety for our firefighters during an incident.
This is going to be our rehabilitation trailer, and what we need donations to get a lot of the equipment that we need. We'll need chairs, we need towels, we need to be able to get wet towels and cool them off, put them over them. In the wintertime, we've got a generator here. We have heat and air conditioning capabilities in the trailer. But in the wintertime, you need to basically cool them off and warm them up at the same time. Their hands and feet are going to be cold, but their core body's going to be warm from working on the fire. So you got to get them cooled down. You have to get them rehydrated. That's extremely important. To get the fluids back in them, give them snacks that will keep them going and give them the energy.
People don't realize how between the 72 pounds that they're carrying and, let's say, for instance, if it's summertime, that they can only go out there and work for a short period of time.
Right. You know, and it isn't that long. If they're actually fighting a fire, and in the heat of a fire, it's 15 to 20 minutes. You need to get them out of there, and you've got to cool them back down. And if you don't do that, then you're putting your firefighters at risk that they're going to be leaving in an ambulance. It's really important for them to be able to sustain themselves in the fire, to get them out of the heat, to cool them down, to rehydrate them, get their pulse back down. Then you put them back in the incident, and then after the fire, the same thing. You've got to work and get the fluids built back up, because you don't know if 2 hours later there's going to be another fire. So you've got to make sure that those guys are in shape to not only take care of what you're doing right now, but to continue for the rest of their shift with what they're doing. But an accident on 95A where they had to cut people out of vehicles, and they were all out there in the 100-degree heat in the sun, and there was no place to cool off. And you just need a place to get them in 10 or 15 minutes, you know. Get their arms in cool water. That's the quickest way to cool down their core body temperature. And so basically that's what our team is going to be doing, is taking care of the firefighters. We will be the only rehabilitation team in this area. And so we may be used by other departments and search and rescue, whatever incident where people are going to be out there for a while. They may be calling and using us to go out and assist them. We've got a lot of husband and wife teams signed up. We need dispatchers just to call out our team members and let them know if something's going on. Get everybody out there and down to the firehouse. But there's anything you can think of. We need, a few people to drive the truck and the trailer out, but that's only a few, because when we get called out, there's probably going to be 4 or 5 of us at a time that'll go out. So it's mostly going to be volunteers working, again, just helping the guys get out of their gear, getting them cooled down. We'll have monitors to check their pulse and their oxygen so that we know when they're ready to go back in again.
You do need more volunteers.
We need more volunteers. We've got about 12 people now, about 10 that are pretty much through the first aid training, and we're going to start some training in the evening for people that work during the day. But we would really like our numbers to be about 20, because if there's a big incident that's going to last a long time, our rehabilitation team is going to need to be relieved, and we're going to have to bring another team in and let those guys go.
If they want to get involved, or how do they contact you?
They can call me. My name is Sue, and my number is 575-0785, or they can go down to the firehouse. The office is in the back of the Main Street Firehouse. The applications are there. And talk to Casey or anybody that's in the firehouse, and they'll tell them what to do and how to get signed up.
To sponsor a syndicated Fernley News clip, webisode, or segment with unlimited views, please visit us on the web at fernleynews.com.